All right, so spring is here. All right, we are almost in April. And I said before in my last show, when I went and did a couple of jobs in Paris, I noticed everybody was sitting on the streets of Paris in these wonderful bistro tables. And I thought, man, that looks so relaxing. It looks so comfortable. They're drinking their cappuccinos. They're eating their baguettes and their croissants. Speaking a language, I have no idea what they're saying. All right, that was the first time I went. I understood a little bit more the second time. But what they knew that I didn't know is that, listen, when you have confined space, you need a little nook, a little place that you can call your own. So what we did is we connected with Improvements, and we have created the ultimate little cozy little place where you can be with your sweetie, you could be with your kids or your grandkids, you could be with your favorite pets, and you can enjoy the outdoors. It is a full bistro set. You get the table and you get the 2 chairs. The table will hold over 100 pounds. The chairs hold over up to 300 pounds. Best in class quality craftsmanship. This is iron, and then it is painted in your choice of color. The one you're looking at here is hibiscus, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous sort of an orange cream color. What they did is they made the chairs larger as far as the seating area. Usually you're at about a foot diameter going across, right? These are 18 inches. So when I sit my butt down, oh my gosh, wow. It's a lot of room. I have to actually lean back to make it in there. So comfortable. By the way, we have cushions available, which I think you should definitely buy, and we'll talk to those in a minute. But what I've done here is I've created a space where I can, have that one-on-one with my kid. I can sit outside and have a cup of coffee. At night, I can have a glass of wine. I can enjoy my garden. I can put this out on the patio. I can put it out by the pool without taking up an inordinate amount of space. The table is 2 feet going across, so it's big enough to have lunch, to have breakfast, to have dinner with 2 to 4 people. All right, and we also, by the way, have these solar lamps that you can also pick up. Beautiful etched design, laser etched design in the middle, and it vents through. So you can see my hand under the bottom there, right? So you've got a beautiful table, beautiful chairs, and we have beautiful colors as well. I'm gonna get Deb Byers. She is our everything outdoor and indoor expert.
Well, thank you.
And you are matching our beautiful
I am
chair.
matching because I love all the colors, and this gorgeous hibiscus is a beautiful color. But what Guy didn't tell you, he told you all the things that you're getting, but one of the most amazing things is when everything comes to you, it'll be flat packed in the box, and the assembly couldn't be simpler because all you need to do to start enjoying these amazing pieces is simply open up your chairs and attach the top to the legs on the table, and in no time at all, you have assembled something that's going to give you all this beauty and all this durability. And the best part is it's going to be delivered to you in a great big box. There's very little learning curve. You don't need to hire anybody. The tabletop will come with the bolts already attached to the little screws. There are 3 of them. You're simply going to remove them. You're going to open up the legs on your base, and you're going to reattach it with the bolts. So what this means that when you want to store your set, if you decide that you live up north and it's winter time and you want to bring it in, everything can be collapsed for easy storing. But most importantly, bigger seats for super comfort, 18 inches in diameter to give you that great way for you to be able to sit comfortably, a 300 weight pound for each of the chairs. So you can sit here with your grandkids on your lap and never have to worry about this not being comfortable or secure. We gave you the gorgeous design, laser cut along the back of your chair. Each one of these beautiful motifs, and we're going to take you through them all, is going to be super laser cut. All powder coated iron with weight and durability in a beautiful matte finish, which gives it more durability. Rust resistant, fade resistant, and weather resistant, and unique here at HSN because the Improvements brand is a proprietary brand exclusive here. So you're not going to be going to your big box garden store and buying something that everybody else has. You're going to have something that is unique, beautiful, and whimsical. And in the past 6 years, the Improvements team has brought you gorgeous benches and beautiful colors and motifs. Every season, we've kind of upped our game a little bit. They've always been a customer pick. This year, we're giving you 3 gorgeous pieces that are perfect for outside, absolutely, to sit and enjoy your friends and family in the outdoors, but they're beautiful enough to come indoors as well because this is real furniture.
All right, we should go through colors.
Beautiful.
All right, so we have already sold out of one color.
Yes.
But we have all the best still available. This is gorgeous. This is called Peacock.
Peacock.
And I will tell you, I'm going to sit at the Peacock for a second. This will be the next one to sell out.
Oh, really?
Now,
okay.
we have available, I don't know if you can see me. I'm sorry, Rebecca. We have available seat cushions. Here's what I'll tell you. Totally up to you. I would get the seat cushions. I love a cushy cushion, all right? These are very comfortable on their own. You don't need
Yes.
it. But I would get it because I think they're less than $30. You get two. You know how much cushions are. Even if you go on the popular websites, you're going to spend $25 a cushion. We are doing it for what? $13 a cushion and change. Get these, and you can get them to match, or you can get them to not match. It's totally up to you, but you can buy these as well. But this Peacock, Deb, I loved the scroll, and I love the yellow. But I think, like, the Peacock would be good in my backyard because it's all green back there.
And it's a pop of color. And we
Yes.
wanted to give you that pop of color. We wanted to give you the whimsical motifs. I want you to just look at the back of the chair. It's absolutely spectacular with all of the feathers of the beautiful
Beautiful.
peacock, and we give you the peacock right in the center. Now, what I want you to understand is, though we're giving you all that artwork and all that laser cut design on the back of your chairs and in the center of your table, you're not sacrificing comfort or durability. This is going to keep you supported so you can confidently lean back. We've given you all that design for all that whimsy that's going to be spectacular when you're not sitting in it. But these are built for human people to enjoy and relax. You don't have to perch on them like you would at a real bistro set in Paris, though that would be hardly a hardship. But they're made smaller to be able to be moved around to accommodate all the crowds and to get people sort of in and out quickly. This is going to give you the opportunity to sit, take a breath, enjoy your friends and
Sit down,
family,
Deb.
and
Deb, have a
have a
seat.
great time, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or simply watching the stars. But it's so comfortable. And Guy and I were talking when we got off the air. It was just like, wow, sitting there like that it's just so, it just brings you,
Yeah.
your energy
It's-
level, just whoa, it calms you down. It's so inviting.
It's very personal, right? And you know, we were talking about it during the show and before the show. We don't do enough of this. You know, where you sit outside with your son, you sit outside with your daughter. I mean, some of the best times of my life is when my son is sitting next to me, you know, on our couch, and the dog is in between us, and we're not even talking. We're just next to each other.
Yeah.
And you can feel that.
You totally
And Deb
can.
is a very close friend of mine. I've known her for years and years. And just being here with her, you know, hanging out here. And we're in a set, but we are outdoors, and the trees are in front of us, and the sky is blue. Don't talk yourself out of something like this. I mean, listen, if this was in a retail shop in Sarasota, I pick Sarasota or Naples, this chair or this table would probably be $399. The chairs would be at least $100 each. You'd be at $500 or $600, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's wrought iron and not a plexi material, right, or a resin. It is real iron. It is then painted with this beautiful matte finish with the design. I love that it breathes through so that the air can get through, right? So on a hot summer day, you still have breeze rolling through. But point is, you would spend $500 or $600 on a set. When we offer it at full price, it's going to be $40 more. We have it on FlexPay. Everything is on 5Flex. It's $28. Think about what you spend $28 on. A third of a tank of gasoline for your car, right? Because you have to have it. Do you have to have this? No. But you want to have it. You want to be able to have a space. And that's why it's everywhere. That's why you see it in Greece. You see them in Italy. You see them in Paris. You see them in any of the major cities that we all want to travel to. And what do you look at when you look at those images? You look at people sitting in a bistro, having a cup of coffee, drinking a glass of Cabernet, right? Or Chianti, I guess, if you're in Italy. But that's what they're doing because they understand no matter how much money they have, no matter how much property they own, what is more important is time spent with people you love and care about. And this gives you a forum to do that.
It absolutely is true,
know?
and I love it. And it doesn't matter where you put it. We went ahead and put it in front of our house, and my husband was sitting out there with the dog, and suddenly these three guys come up, and they're all, now he's serving everybody wine, and they're just sort of sitting around and chatting. It invites conversation.
Yes.
It invites slowing you down. Even if you know, one of the things you like to do is just scroll on your phone. Sit here and enjoy it. The weather is spectacular. Take it outside, leave it outside, or bring it inside because this is real furniture. And you're getting all 3 pieces today made for the way we live. Durable, absolutely gorgeous, and real human sizes because we gave you the chairs that'll hold 300 pounds each.
Yeah.
So you can have your dog on your lap, you can have your grandchildren climbing all over you. They're going to be ready to go out of the box and they're going to be ready for whatever life has for you. And it just makes spectacular, beautiful chairs.
Every time I sit down at it, I feel like a special person. And I don't mean that like I'm different. It makes me feel like, okay, this is time for you, right? When I'm driving a car, I'm coming to work. When I'm doing other things, I'm in the yard, I'm doing work. When I sit at a table like this, I'm doing nothing but hanging out with somebody I care about. Or just being by myself. I could have the dog. I could have Ripley with me. It's her birthday today. I could be hanging out with her. But I wanted to show you, the space that we've created. And this is a relatively small space. Yet, it looks larger than life because we're look at us. We're relaxed. We're in a nice, bigger chair. We have a full-size table. And by the way, if you can buy these lamps, wrought iron lamp, resin base, totally solar, gives off this amazing design at night, and you don't need to plug it in, so you can put this on your table, even out under your favorite tree, and it could be a maple tree, an elm tree, a palm tree, whatever. You could do that, or it could be right out by your pool where you don't have any outlets. Who cares? This doesn't need it. It gets its power from the sun. What a great addition all these things are to your spring and your summertime. Think about it. If you have a pool or not, maybe you just have a patio. You're like my mom was, she lived in an apartment and had a little deck. You couldn't put a lounger out there.
No.
You excuse the airplane. You could put a big chair out there. These, because of the way they're designed and because they're designed together as complementary pieces, they can go anywhere. By the pool, on the deck, on the porch, under your elm tree, in your garden, anywhere. And I am telling you, if you just get one thing out of this, if you get this, do yourself a favor. This thing's falling on me here. We got leaves coming down. It's really a beautiful day. Get one of these and make it part of your routine, at least once a day. Try to get out there with your coffee, with your tea, with your wine, and just sit there. You don't even have to talk, all right? Sit there and look at where you live. And remember what is important, because listen, we're going through a lot of changes here. You've gone through changes. We've all experienced, I talked about the fires out west, floods here, hurricanes. You need to take time every day to kind of just think about it. I'm in my 60s now, and I sit there and I think, like, what's next for me, right? And I don't know what it's going to be, but I know to slow down and take time every day. And I'll take Ripley in the golf cart, and I'll go to the baseball field, and I'll just throw the ball with her. There's no talk. I just throw the ball, she brings it back. And I'm like, this is something this is important.
It totally is.
There's no reasoning behind it. It's just, that is a connection time. Even if it's just with your dog, get one of these. You will love it. So, yellow, like my shirt, all right? Here I am. You want to see me with a dog?
Oh, look. Oh, happy birthday, Ripley.
Oh, look at my I call her a little cinnamon donut. That's what she is. A little donut. Oh, my God.
She is so precious.
When they're babies. Look at the face.
Gosh. They grow so fast, don't they?
They do. I know. But listen, now that I'm older, I realize that's what's important. My son is 23. You know what's important to him right now? Making money. Making money. And his lovely girl, Lily, who he adores more than anything. But that is his goal. And every once in a while, I sit him down. And he does it to me. Like, I'll be running around, and he'll be like, Dad, you need to do this, man. You need to get out. You need to do this. And I'm like, you're right. So we help each other. Yep. But we need a space to do that. Right?
Of course. Well, it's a conversation piece, and it's a conversation experience, because one of the reasons why these have been hugely popular is so that people can sit, be with one another, enjoy something to eat or drink, and watch the people go by. And traditionally, they've been much, much smaller because they needed to be moved. Well, you're getting something that's more formidable because the chairs are going to be 300-pound capacity. The table fits right on with the 3 bolts, so this is simple to assemble, but it's also easy to move around. So you're going to be able to lift it from room to room or put it away for storage. Absolutely easy. But again, formidable and practical and gorgeous, and it really will enhance your life. If you're thinking, well, I don't really need furniture, but to Guy's point, when you have it, you're going to use it, and you're going to realize how valuable just sitting and taking a breath and enjoying the people around you. And this set is going to be a real conversation starter.
Yes.
So you're not going to lack on anything to talk about.
So now, for all my lovely Irish friends, we just had St. Paddy's Day. We have this in a true, I would call this, would you say Kelly green?
It's pretty close to a Kelly green.
Pretty close to Kelly green. I love this as well, all right? And then we use, these are one of the table lamps that we added. By the way, we even have these illuminated pineapples. You know, pineapples are good luck.
They are in
So
hospitality.
we have these. Are they doing a 1 or 2 pack?
You're getting 2 of them. They run on
Okay.
3 AAA batteries each that you're going to provide,
Love
but there
that.
are 3 soft, warm lights that are inside that are going to make them glow at night. They're fabulous.
And by the way, there's the yellow table lamp that we were talking, totally solar. So you see how you can mix and match the colors. I kind of like the yellow with the green like that,
Lovely.
right?
You can
so
do
this is green. I'm going to slide. Don't forget about the cushions, all right? You can sit on them without it.
We're calling this palms, by the way, so it's palm
Okay.
leaves. Absolutely.
And then we finally have flamingo. And I was very happy to hear from Andre, who's our producer today, the flamingo is one of the most popular. It is a bright, bright pink. And I love it because if you have a yard that's just kind of and you want to add some pop, this would be the color. And again, it has the dueling flamingos on top and a big cutaway of the flamingo in the back that still makes it a very, very comfortable, supportive chair.
And that's absolutely true. And that's what we wanted you to know. All of the backs on all of the chairs are 37 inches high. And remember, they fold up flat. You can absolutely lean on them. You don't have to worry, oh, I have to be delicate. I've got a flamingo on the back of my chair. I can't relax. You can totally relax. These are powder-coated iron. They are formidable. So don't hesitate to pick your favorite motif. This flamingo is going to give you tons of support. And we gave you this bright, bright pink color in a matte finish because we love, love, love the idea of having matte, and it's far more durable in this powder coating. So you're going to be able to have this color season after season after season if you choose the pink, the green, the beautiful apricot, that gorgeous blue, or that bright sunshine yellow. You can't go wrong.
If you know somebody that loves pink, and maybe you have a daughter and you're like, she is in love with the color pink.
There you go.
A Barbie fan, right? You could even get these and put it in her room. I mean, she could have her own little place where she could have her friends over and she could do her homework. Well, whatever, I mean, homework. But they could do whatever, they could have fun, right? And do that. So you could put this anywhere. I said before, if you have an RV, right? Or a trailer.
Yes.
That you haul. This is small enough and portable enough. And by the way, the chairs are already assembled and folded, flat packed. The table is in the same box. The table has 3 bolts and a little mini wrench that they supply. It literally will be fully put together in less than 5 minutes. You could have it displayed and ready to go in 10 minutes, all right? Deb is showing you that extra wide seat. That is important. Normally when you see these, because I remember the ones in Paris, not very comfortable.
No.
This,
No.
very, very wide. And remember, if you get the cushion, which will put up the item number, the cushion is actually, I think, a 16-inch cushion.
It's 18 by 4.
Oh, so what? So is it bigger? It's the same size?
It's the same size.
Right.
It's the same size. So you're getting the entire seat will be covered
right,
with the cushion.
you're right,
with the cushion.
Deb.
So this is going to be absolutely amazing. You don't need the cushion, but it does give you that extra level of comfort. And you can do what Guy suggested, mix up the colors, do whatever you like, but we do have the color coordinated for each of the beautiful motifs that you choose.
You know what it is? Listen, you and I are not 25 years old. You look it. I don't. But what I'm saying is, I know, like, if my mom was still here, she'd buy the cushion.
Yeah, but you want the cushion.
She would want the cushion. So if you're a senior out there and you want a little more comfort, you can get it, but you don't need it, okay? I just think it completes the whole thing. It makes it look even more rich
Yes,
than
I
it is.
agree. I
Yep.
agree. Absolutely, there's no question about it. But again, the beautiful flamingos, if there's something that you absolutely love, flamingos on the lawn have been something that has been absolutely phenomenal for years and years and years. People have put pink flamingos. Put this on your porch. You're going to be ahead of the curve. Remember, nobody else is going to have this set. It's exclusive here at HSN from Improvements. We've been bringing you interesting designs for furniture, for outside furniture for the past 6 years. Guy and I introduced the first butterfly French one day, and it sold out in one airing.
Yeah.
And everybody went, wait a minute, you guys want something new and innovative. And every year we've brought you something else in a new pattern. This is the first time that we've taken it to the next level by giving you 3 fabulous pieces, 2 chairs and a table. Absolutely super easy to assemble right out of the box. Really fabulous traditional colors that we work with in the past to give you those pops of color, but always durability and longevity on these items. So you don't have to hesitate by having something that's going to be only one season. This is season after season after season from improvements.
Let's go to yellow.
Okay.
So we're going to go over to the sunflower. This is our most popular in this show.
Okay,
and I wanted to show you, first of all, you see how beautiful it is. And by the way, when you look at the amount of space it takes up, it's very, very little amount of space right here. It's perfect. Like if I went to an outdoor patio bar restaurant and I saw this, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Absolutely.
And when you sit in it, we have the cushions on here for a little extra comfort. You can put up to 300 pounds on the chair. So hopefully for most of you, that will work. You can get over 100 pounds on the table. But if you look at what we've got here, right? We have our own little private space, right? I got people buying 2 and 3 sets of these, okay? And they're giving them as gifts. Wonderful gift to give because there's little or no assembly. 3 bolts underneath the table and that's it. But as I said before, you really feel elevated. You feel like this is where I want to be. This is a comfortable space. Like if I went to a restaurant and they had these tables outdoors, I'd be like, I can hang there.
Oh, totally.
I can totally hang there.
Absolutely.
And it feels, like I said, French cafe or Italian Mediterranean cafe, Greek little roadside, place where you can get great food. And they'd have these little tables outside with maybe a shell on the table. We are offering you the lamp, which is a solar lamp, wrought iron painted top, resin bottom. It actually weighs 2 pounds, which you want because you don't want this guy blowing over, all right? So we have these available as well, and Andre will put up the item number and he'll put the item number up for the cushions. But again, as I said before, don't talk yourself out of stuff like this. This is so usable, so livable, and I don't know anybody, I don't care if you have a big house or a little apartment, I don't care how much money you have, I don't care what it is. The most important thing you can do is take a look at something like this and think, what would I do if I had that? I know exactly what I would do. I'd put it under that big tree in the back. I'd grab that lamp so I could go out there at night, or I'm going to put it next to our pool. I live in an apartment. I'm going to put it right on my little sun porch because this will fit there. And as I said in the first show, promise me, you'll try to get out there at least once a day or at least 3 or 4 times a week. That is your time to kind of chill.
It's true.
Relax. You don't even have to talk. Just relax and enjoy your property because that's what's really most important in life. It really is.
And we made it comfortable so that you can actually do that. And that's what's so important.
These are usually not comfortable.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
We made the table is 24 inches, so you can put 2 dinner plates on here, so you can really eat at the table. It'll hold 110 pounds, even though the center is all cut out with that beautiful motif of whichever one you choose. It's 28 inches high, so it's absolutely perfect for you to sit at the table, pull your chair close, and still be able to cross your knees. The chairs are 37 inches high with an 18-inch diameter seat that will hold 300 pounds, so you can sit on it comfortably without having to sort of scooch up to the front and be kind of perched on your chair. It's not going anywhere. It comes to you all in one piece, so all the work has been done by the manufacturer. That's us, the improvements team, and you simply open up the chairs and sit on them. We made them smooth, so you don't need a cushion, but we also made the cushions available, so if you want that little extra cushy cushion, we've got them. If we sell out of them, which we probably will because we didn't bring a lot, you can go to your big home store and get an 18-inch round and get one. But no, out of the box, you do not need a cushion. But you can
There's only 200 sets of cushions left.
Is that right? Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're coming back at 3 o'clock, so if you want it,
sold
I
out,
would suggest
yellow
you
sold
grab them now.
out. I got some green left. I got about 90 in pink. And 70 in orange. Now remember, please remember, you don't need to buy matching cushions. I in fact would like a different color.
Mix it up.
Mix it up. So like if you want to do the blue, how about the blue would be great. Well, did we sell out of the blue? All right.
Oh, blue is gone.
You could do the green with the yellow. You could You could
Green,
do,
pink, and orange.
You could do
Okay.
pink with the green. You could do anything you want, but they're still available. But listen, get it home, get the set, and remember, the whole thing only weighs about 40 pounds, okay? It comes flat packed in a box. It takes 5 minutes to put 3 screws under the table to bolt that in. That's all you need to do. All right? And then you are enjoying it. It does not take up a lot of linear space, right? It takes up very little space, yet you feel like you're in a big space. It is comfortable, all right? The colors are gorgeous. It'll give you that space that you've always wanted, that space that you look for when you go to a beautiful restaurant or when you go to a beautiful city. You're like, you know what I dream? I want to have a like a good meal. I want to have a glass of wine. I want to be outdoors, and I want to be at a cozy little table.
Well, we can
with
give that to
chairs.
you.
You can?
Pick your color, pick your motif, you're good to go.
All right. Listen, what else? We got any other mentions? Okay, I want to remind you one more time about the lamp